Welcome back, guys, to Trails of Cold Steel, where last episode we finished exploring the old schoolhouse dungeon, defeating a Minos demon before reporting back to the principal about the situation as evening set in. After an attempt at making up with Elisa, we headed back to the dorm to study and rest, as 3 days then passed before we took part in our first practical exam, where we learned there about the field study portion of our curriculum. With the group set, we assumed to embark on those cold steel trails at last. Yes, all rare quartz and accessories have been unequipped from the other group's members. Basically all quartz. I'm taking it. Where's our teacher? Is she basically just going to spend the entire weekend off in the booze town lounge? I bet she is. You should really learn to lock your door when there's kids around and you've got this much alcohol. I don't know what the legal drinking age is for these kids right now. Alright, everyone is already gone by the look of it, so we can't speak to anyone. The only thing we can do is really go to the boutique. It's a paradise in there. Right, let's go to the boutique stage. Actually, wait a second. Let's go to, before I do that, let's go to the student union. Because it looks like Toa's still speakable too. I don't think there's any side quests that there'd be in the game right now, right? But now we get to start the paranoia thing, don't we? So what do you sell now? You sell Kazakiri, you sell all the base weapons, which we know you do. You sell everything that's base, and nothing that's good. Good job. I guess we should check out the bookstore too. So I have 12 Sepip Mass, do I? Did I get that from that last fight? Let's make sure I have cash money. How much do I even have? 1,370? I think I should be able to buy equipment for the others too, especially if I sell my old equipment. Oh, hello. Morning, everyone. Good morning. You're here awfully early. Well, I've got a lot of work to take care of today, so I might as well get a jump start on it before lessons start. Wow, some real dedication. Oh yeah, you have your field study today, right? I'm sure it'll be hard work, but the instructors wouldn't send you out if it wouldn't pay off in the end. So give it everything you've got. Be sure to tell me all about it when you get back. We will. Thanks for your support. We won't let you down. Sure, we won't. No quest given, though, which is a good thing. I was just slightly wondering if that person I saw there was a certain teacher, but it wasn't it. It's a different teacher. Oh, you won't see me around here too often. Normally everything I eat comes from a can, but I just ran out. It's not a shot against the food or anything. It's actually pretty tasty for the price. I just usually can't be bothered with walking over here from the main building. When you say pretty tasty for the price, do you mean the price is over? Or cheap? Because I'd say it's anything but cheap. Oops, wrong button. I'm going to have to get used to that being there. So I'm pretty sure that was my previous speed button. Pretty sure that's the Trails of Sky where it's there, but still. You're now on a field study day, aren't you? Feels pretty good to see all our hard work finally paying off like this. Ah, never mind. It's nothing important. What is important, though, is making sure you're well prepared before we send you off. If you need me to take a look at your Arcus, just ask. Well, it's more interesting that you're talking the way you are. Oh, I can't upgrade their gear? Interesting. I should check out their Arcuses first, though. Right, let's look at their orbits, see what we can put in. What quartz do you have? You have an Angel quartz. Space Elemental Master quartz automatically recovered from KO. What, you can't die? You also have Heat Wave on. It covers the area's surface, or the Earth's surface, with intense heat. Your Line 3 one is already opened up, weirdly enough. Let's get information. Allows you to see data on enemies yet to be analysed. Yeah, let's put that one on them. And look across again. We got Soul Blur and Analyze on you. You've got this slot unopened, or open now. You can't have any of these in. Interestingly enough, you still exist on my menu. I thought you weren't going with me. You are going with me. I'm confused now. So that needs a water one. So what I might do then is remove the tier from here. And put it over to your slots. So you can have that. Change poison with maybe attack. Right, Alright, you've got information courts there. I didn't think he was going with me, but obviously he is. May as well just give you evade back, considering you can only have a green quartz. Have good fun with that. Alright, what quartz can I make? If anything. Oh, slots should be always first. Right, can be open for 70 across the board. We can also open yours for 70 across the board. Let's do yours. Alright, what quartz can I make? Defense 25%. Well, we've got Elliot with us, so we don't necessarily need that. We've got that for fortunes anyway. We've got Forte because we've got motivation, so that's not really needed either. Analyze and Mind 1. ATS plus 10. Maybe get an action one. Mind 1 would be kind of nice. I don't think we need extra movement either. So what do I want? It's a good question. Very good question. I could get a shield 1 or a aqua bleed. Or just buff up my defense a little bit more. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have more people with tier, to be honest, so I'll just take a second tier one and put it in. That works for me, right? Unless you already had tier. Well, now you got Falas as well. Revives one ally and heals a small amount of HP. Did I just get that from adding to my list there? Nice. We've got Revive 2 now. Golden Sphere as well. Analyze on top of that. So information course is actually better than an analyze course. Oh, okay. We get some information, but we also get the analyze ability. I'll take it. Right, from there then, let's warp our way over to the boutique. I should go to the bookstore first, just in case there's a new book. There's still books we haven't read after all. Alright, we bought all of these. That's all cool. Hey there, you'd be leaving early, but it's still somewhat strange to see any students awake at this hour. How about a book for your journey? Reading's a good way to take your mind off a rocket train. I do have books, so we're okay there. Interesting enough to see the stores are all open and ready and going. Such a compact little town, isn't it? Alright, let's talk for a second. Brandon, who's something of an organizer for Trista Shopping District, suggested we open early on your field study days. Ah, we thought that was a fine idea, but have no fear, the early hour won't hinder our devotion to the highest level of service. Well, I don't mind that. Let's get 2 white blouses. Oh no, we buy one at a time, so we can equip them via the menu here. Right, we don't have enough for high heels for everyone, so let's high heels there. Go to the sell menu. Look at armor. Find we've got 1 billion leather guards now that we've got rid of. Sell all them. Sell all them. And that gives us enough for the pink high heels. That said, when we reach the new place, there's probably going to be better gear anyway, and we're going to be really sad about the fact that I spent money here instead of the other place. The Ota place. And everyone's going to call me a foolish fool. That's definitely going to happen in there. The Ota place, yes. Where the vampies are. Oh, you're all from Class 7, aren't you? I've heard all about your field studies. We've opened the store earlier than usual just for you, so pop in if you need anything. Also, good luck with everything. Ah, thanks. We appreciate it. She's so sweet, she's making me blush. We're nearly there. We're nearly at town. Let's quickly get another save on before we take a train journey anywhere. And also, well, one last thing. Tactics, linking. Let's link these two and these two. Give that a shot, shall we? Enter Trista Station. I'm hoping I'm not missing anything, but knowing me, I probably am. Let's go. Hi guys, why are you still in the party? Hi, good morning everyone. Are you all preparing to leave as well? Morning. Good morning. You all good to go then? Yes, Palmer's quite a distance from here. We're not likely to arrive before evening. Huh. Considering its relative location, that seems to be an accurate estimate. I guess it is the southernmost town in Erebonia. Makes you realise just how big the Empire is. But, yeah. Oh, that's going to be fun. Have fun, guys. They're still at it, huh? Have they been like this the entire time? I'm afraid so. I think we may have underestimated how deeply rooted their differences are. I'm sick of them already. If only they were as willing to put aside their differences as Rean and Lisa. Oh, now that you mention it, I guess you were finally able to make up with him, huh? It's not like we were getting along that poorly. Besides, we haven't known each other long enough to call it making up. That's good news, Rean. Well done. Thanks, I guess. Why does everyone have to keep making such a big deal out of it? Passenger service bound for Heimdall. Now arriving on platform 2. We ask that all customers utilising this service please wait on the platform until the train has come to a complete stop. Time to go. Well, best of luck. Though here's hoping you don't need it. Getting those two to work together sure doesn't seem like it'll be an easy task. We'll do what we can. Good luck to all of you. Please take care. It's our first field study. Let's show them what we're made of. Of course. Later. Sam continues to call him Rean. Yes, I know. I flit in and out. It's got an A in it. Can they have written it as R-E-E-N? I wonder if they'll be okay. Well, as long as Emma and Gaius are with them, things shouldn't get too out of hand. Now, Fee, I have absolutely no idea what to expect from her. She doesn't really seem like the type to cause a ruckus, at least. I'm concerned for them as well, but I believe we should be focusing on our own trials right now. You're right. Let's go buy our tickets. And hope that an assassination doesn't happen from Fee. That's what I'm expecting. I've had enough. I've got an investor meeting and a social gathering to attend today, so I'm off to a hotel in Heimdall right now. How is a man supposed to deal with a schedule like this? Well, you know, quit your job. If you're going to get yourself in a job that requires you to do that, then accept it. Suck it up, I guess. Welcome. You're the students from Class 7, correct? And your destination today is Celdic? Yes, that's right. Guess they're ready and waiting for us. I suspect Instructor Sarah made considerable preparations on our behalf. Sure looks that way. Not that I'm complaining. The train for Celdic will be departing from platform 1. It's not due just yet, but you can buy your tickets in advance if you'd like and wait for its arrival. I don't have any money. For sure. Very good. That's 4 passengers bound for Celdic. I'll have those tickets for you in just a moment. Passenger service bound for Crossbell, now arriving on platform 1. We ask that all passengers wishing to board please wait on the platform until the train comes to a complete stop. Oh my god, what? They waited for the other passengers to get off the train? What world is this? People don't do that in real life, even though it would make perfect sense and speed up the process completely. What am I seeing? So it's about an hour to Celdic from here, right? Yes, I believe so. I had to change trains there when I originally came to Trista. Alright, you're from Legram. That would be in the direction of Bereahard. Hey, that would have to change to Celdic, right? That's correct. After which point, it would be necessary to switch again to Bereahard. It's situated in a very remote part of the country. Well, you could say the same for where I'm from too. Thank you for follow, Fanny. Welcome. As I understand it, Celdic's mostly known as a merchant town, right? Yeah, it's been their main source of tourism for some time, mostly thanks to the Grand Market. Couldn't it to go over what we know about the town before we get there?
As Elliot stated, Celdic is a market town at its core. It's in the eastern province of Clusen and has been a major trading hub for a very long time. It's also a major interchange station connecting Hameldala with Berehard and even Crossbell. The area itself is known for having a large number of granaries, though this has of course been overshadowed in recent years by the aforementioned Grand Market. Mostly anything can be procured there, from farm produce, jewels and Berehard furs to imported goods from afar. That does sound awfully impressive. I'm kind of looking forward to this now. I would be too if I knew we'd actually have a chance to take in the sights. There's no telling what kind of crazy thing Instructor Sarah has planned for us. Boy, isn't that the truth. I can't even hazard a guess as to what this field study might involve. Being part of our curriculum though, it's a safe bet to assume it won't be easy. If it were, it would hardly be worth the trip. Personally, I'm looking forward to learning the true nature of our excursion. I suppose that is a good way to look at it. Well, we'll find our answer when we get there. We're supposed to drop by the inn as soon as we arrive. There should be an envelope waiting for us there with details on our mission. Yeah, that's right. Still, this whole trip seems eerily well planned out, don't you think? Even the station employees knew we were coming. That just goes to show how high the Academy's expectations are for all of you. Hey, you are here! Whoa! Instructor? I was wondering why you were nowhere to be seen this morning. Looks like Group A's all present and accounted for. Good, good. And I'm relieved to see the two of you have finally managed to make up. You say that as if it's old news. Have you been spying on us this whole time?
So, what brings you here, Instructor? I thought you were planning on staying back at the Academy?
Well, considering this is your first time out in the field, I assume you'd be positively lost without me.
So I decided to stick around at least until you finish checking in at the inn.
Oh, well, thanks I guess, but I think Group B could have used your help a little more. Would it not have been better for you to accompany the others? They'd be a nightmare to deal with. I may still have to go to them though, if those two get out of control. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. See, she knew full well that Juices and Mackies wouldn't get along, but put them in the same group anyway. I didn't suspect as much, but it's hard to believe she'd confirm it so nonchalantly.
You students are easy to deal with, I'm going with you.
Anyway, don't pay me any mind. You four feel free to keep talking. I didn't get any sleep last night, so I'm just going to take a little nap right here. What? And out. She's asleep already? Incredible. I don't think I've ever seen someone less inclined to be an educator than her. Maybe we're better off just letting her sleep. I should probably wake her up when we get to Celdic, though.
Right, who do we talk to? Let's talk to Instructor. Oh, we can save?
When I came to the Academy, I never thought I'd find myself visiting the Grand Market of Celdic as part of my studies. I've read about it before, but this will be my first time seeing the place in person. Oh, really? Well, Phil said you'll know, then I guess it's still something to look forward to. Is there anything in particular you're hoping to see there? The gems of Thors and Berehard, maybe? They say some of the highest quality goods produced by Berehard's artisans are sold at the Grand Market. That sounds like it would be worth seeing for sure, though somehow I doubt we'll be able to afford anything there. Still, if we get a chance, we should go check it out together while we're in town. That sounds like fun.
Let's talk to Elliot next.
Hey, almost forgot to add these. I just picked them up on a whim a little while ago. Elliot held out a pack of blade cards. Oh, you have a pack too? I just got to set up my own for the pawn shop in Trista. Really? That's perfect then. How about we play a few hands? Seems like we've got some time to kill before we arrive. Do you know the rules? Yeah, they're not that complicated, so I don't think anyone here will have any trouble picking it up. That's a good way to pass the time to me. Indeed, seems like it could be an enjoyable diversion. Alright, let's give it a try then. We're playing cards. When trialing by train, you can play the card game Blade with other members of your group to strengthen your bonds with them. Only the first match of each character will increase your bond with that person, but this will occur whether you win or lose. Let's play everyone then in a second. I do wonder what precisely these field study trips will involve. I can't even fathom a guess. Likewise. The weirdest part for me is the divide between Group A and Group B. Why were we split up and sent to different places? And most bizarrely of all, why were Macchius and Justice placed in the same group? It's like they're just asking for trouble. It does seem quite illogical. I can only assume there's a hidden purpose to these trips beyond what we've been told. Perhaps multiple purposes, requiring multiple groups to fulfill. Yeah, that's my best guess too. There has to be something going on behind the scenes here. Which is why I wanted to ask Instructor Sarah a few more questions, but well... I don't think she'll be doing much answering. Perhaps she fell asleep deliberately to avoid addressing such concerns. Our instructor is quite the formidable opponent. That's one way to describe her. Guess we're just going to have to work out the meaning of these field study trips on our own. Alright, let's play Blade. Let's check the rules first. Blade is a card game in which 2 players take turns placing numbered cards on the field and vie for the greatest sum total. Once both players have been dealt their hand, they must each draw a card from the deck and place it on the field. The player who draws a lower number must then proceed to place a card from their hand onto the field. The player who goes second must then play a card with a value that allows them to surpass their opponent's current total. This process repeats until one player can no longer surpass their opponent's total value or they run out of cards. Should both players have an equal total at any point, the field is cleared and both players must draw and play new cards. If the final card of the game is used to clear the field, the match will result in a draw. Okay, I understand that. There are 3 types of cards in Blade. Blade cards are the most common, they're numbered from 1 to 7. Bolt cards remove the last card the opponent placed on the field. A special rule, a Blade card with a value of 1 can be used to bring back a card removed by the use of a Bolt card. Mirror cards are used to switch the positions of the cards currently placed on the field. Oh god. Oh god. Bolt and mirror cards each have a value of 1 if they are the first card to be placed on the field. But be careful, using a Bolt or mirror card as your last move is considered a foul and it will cost you the match. Okay then, we'll challenge Elliot.
Go easy on me, okay?
Go easy on me, I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay then, let's draw!
What does mirror card do again?
The same score means we draw again, right?
I guess.
Well, looks like I'm up first.
Go you.
Bolt!
Well, you suck. So I've got to be more than their card, doesn't it? So if I go over 2... So basically you always want to play lows, don't you? So if I go mirror now, I'll get 2,
really?
right?
You're playing that now?
Okay, you switch completely the board. That's confusing. I guess we go over 4. So you're just barely ahead of me. I wonder what to... Should we just switch again?
Really? You're playing that now?
No clue. Right, we can easily go ahead. And I can go ahead again on this one. And I can go ahead again on this. Oh no, let's bolt that one.
I didn't see that coming.
So he put it back. Let's bolt that one as well.
Didn't see that coming. Bolt!
So 1 will get my card back again, right? Oh, we drew.
The same score means we draw again, right?
Yeah, sure.
Looks like you're up first. I win!
Oh, you... I lost by luck in the end. Damn it. Oh, we got some Link experience. Alright, let's look for an easier target. I have to admit, I'm starting to get a little bit excited. Oh, no, wait a second. I did want to talk to you. I want to play Blade. Well, I understood what was doing roughly, but yeah, we just got completely destroyed by random at the end. Only the first guy gets a link, so we want to play one game with everyone. I wonder if you get more for winning. Well, we got 7 there.
Come on, draw a card.
We've not got no 1s this time, though.
After you, then.
Oh, what? I've got to play a high card.
Now you've done it.
Unless I do that, of course. Now I can play lows. I've got to play higher than her, which sucks. Stop doing this!
What? You can't do that.
I can do that.
Bolt.
Just like you did that. Git. I can play my 2, though. Do I want to bolt that one or just mirror it over again?
What? You can't do that.
Play another card.
Bolt.
What? You can't do that.
Mirror.
You git. I've got a 7. Okay. Let's bolt this one.
Now you've done it.
She's probably got a 1 now.
I won.
I hate this girl. I hate this game. Well, let's see if we can get completely wiped out by everyone here.
Then let us begin our duel.
Sure. I'm really bad at this game. Damn it.
Please draw a card. The first move is yours.
What?
I didn't expect that.
What would you think? You've
Divine
got 7.
Bolt.
Back again.
Mirror. Well played.
Now we start playing the game properly, shall we?
We're evenly matched. Let's redraw.
No, I don't want it.
The first move is yours.
What? No. That sucks. I was at a good advantage, and then I get taken. Oh. You can't just do that. I'm just gonna play the cards in order now.
Well played. An excellent duel.
She just got better cards than me. Keep losing by 1. So I lost by 1, and then I lost by drawing. 3 out of 3. The enemy just kicked my ass. 3 matches in a row I lose by 1. I guess that's divine providence, eh? Good talk. Good talk. She really is fast asleep. And like a baby. I've never seen a child fall asleep quite as quickly as that. I know I sure couldn't. She must have a natural talent for sleeping. Well, let's not disturb her. Well, let's stop talking and wait for the train. Because I've already played my blade out. How bad luck am I? Ah! Wow! It's beautiful. What a spectacular view. The rye planted last fall seems almost ready for harvesting. Now I thought rye could only be harvested in the fall. Well, the soil in this area is supposed to be extra fertile due to the warmer climate, so things are a little different here. The view really is amazing though. It looks like something out of a painting.
The Ministry of Railways wishes to thank all passengers for their patronage. This transcontinental train is bound for Crossbow. The next stop is Celdic. Celdic. Passengers traveling to Bereahard. Please change trains at this stop.
Almost there. Guess I should wake Instructor Sarah. Bereahard. Celdic. Ooh. Well, I'm off on my trails of cold steel. That's a cool graphic. So we finally reached Celdic, the market town, after being wiped out in cars and never forgetting.
Wow, so this is Celdic.
It seems like a really relaxing little town, though there are a lot more people here than I expected.
I imagine they've come for the Grand Market. Even merchants from other countries regularly come to see it.
Sounds like this place is as popular with the tourists as the capital then, but for a whole different set of reasons.
Celdic's also widely renowned for their local beer, which they make using rye. But you're all still minors, so I'm the only one here who gets to drink it.
Are you trying to make us jealous?
We don't really care, you know.
Anyway, let me show you to the inn. It's, right over there.
Okay.
Let's go.
It really is the real and only reason that she came here. She's not here to oversee us, she's just here for the beer.
Well, well, I hadn't expected to see the Purple Lightning herself in such a quaint little town. And the chicks with her seem like an interesting lot, too. No time for that now. I have more pressing matters to attend to.
Purple lightning very much reminds me of the name Silver Streak. Hey there, Margot. Maleficent Sarah, what are you doing here? I knew the kids were coming, but I didn't think you'd be coming with them. I just figured I'd help them get settled in before I left. And here they are, my lovely students. Well, now, aren't they a youthful-looking bunch? It's a pleasure to meet you. We're first-year students from Thors Military Academy, Class 7. I'm Rean. I'm Lisa. Thank you for putting us up. The pleasure's all mine, I assure you. I'm Margot, the owner of this humble establishment. Sarah here has taken care of all your arrangements. Come, I'll show you to your room. Thank you, ma'am. Much obliged. I'll leave you to it then. Louise, can I get some beer and a snacks? Is it Louise or Lewis? I'll bring them right over. You do know it's not even noon though, right? She knows. This is the room you're all going to be staying in tonight. Wait, we're all? Yeah, this is... more than enough space for our needs. Thank you very much. But there are 4 beds, which means... Are you suggesting we sleep in the same rooms as the boys? I had my doubts about that too, but Sarah insisted, so that was that. I broke the beds into groups of 2 to make things less awkward, but that was around the best I could manage. I don't... This is going to be a problem. I have a problem with it personally, but I can't imagine the girls will be quite as accepting. Elisa, I don't believe we have a choice here. We are military students. We mustn't allow the prospect of mixed gender accommodations to phase us. I know that, but... In the army, women share rooms with men. It's a fact of life born of necessity. You will need to adjust this reality sooner or later, and this does seem a perfect opportunity. Okay, I get it. But if either of you 2 comes anywhere near our beds... I wouldn't dream of it. Likewise. I wasn't talking about you, Elliot. I was referring to a certain someone else who already has a history of this kind of thing. No! Maybe we chain Rean to the bed. No! I thought she'd gotten over that. Guess not. Anyway, now that your room's all sorted, let me give you this. The Field Study Envelope. April. Isn't that our Academy's emblem? Does this contain the details of our assignment here? Well, that's what I've been told, yes. Well, if you need anything during your stay, you just let me know. For now, I'll leave you to get settled in. Alright, shall we have a look inside? Yeah. Okay, let's see what we've got. Field Study Day 1 Assigned Tasks. Okay, well, this is the more interesting one. 2 required, 1 other quest. With a common cold, Father Zerbal. I've run out of some of the ingredients I need to make a particular medicine. I would very much appreciate it if someone could procure more for me. Please speak to me in the church for further details. Father Zerbal. Any bright ideas? I need someone to replace a malfunctioning Orban light and a road lamp for me. I've never done that before. For more details, see me at Oddvin's Arms and Oval Factory. Samus! Yes, great name. We will help this guy ASAP. A dangerous monster has appeared near the highway and is making it very difficult for us to harvest our crops. Could someone please help us? Monster, scary dinosaur. Location, a plateau near the East Celdic Highway. My house is alongside the East Celdic Highway. Please stop by if you can. A scary dinosaur. Sure, I'll stay away from that. We've got to sort out any bright ideas before we do East Celdic Highway monster. Study areas defined as a 200 cell radius around Celdic. Each student must record his or her activities daily to be remitted to the instructor upon request. Isn't this just Bracer Guild work then? So this is our field study? It just looks like a list of menial tasks to me. There is a monster elimination request at least, but that's the most we have. I see, so that's our angle. Excuse me? Did you figure something out? Oh no, it's nothing. We should go and talk this over with Instructor Sarah. She probably stuck around specifically to answer any questions we might have. You may be right. And while we're at it, we can grill her about this communal room she signed us up for too. Just deal with it, lady. Well, that's interesting. And no, she didn't stick around to answer any questions. She stuck around for one reason only. Glorious, glorious beer. Do you not understand? This truly is the very image of a commoner's lodging. I mustn't complain though. Having shelter from the elements is all I should be asking for. Are you a runaway noble or something? I mean, my room's definitely better than hers. There's Merchant Marie's. The food here really is as good as they say. Things are going well on the business front too, so my name will be spreading like wildfire soon enough. Well, have that fun with that. You never changed, do you, Sarah? Come on, don't give me that. What kind of person would throw away the opportunity to enjoy beer this good? That's probably the last thing that should be coming from an instructor's mouth. Seriously? What, they're not allowed to be people too? Sarah's having a grand old time over the counter if you're looking for her. She really conducts herself disgracefully sometimes. I should be used to it by now, but... Seems like our instructor's famous for all the wrong reasons. Indeed, part of me expected as much though. I wonder if purple streak is basically the streak refers to her puking habits. After drinking to death. The key to being a successful merchant is knowing what the other party wants. I see. How does one go about that though? Learning that requires listening to tales of my past achievements first. You see, my sheer skill when it comes to dealing with others allows me to become very popular with the ladies. As a result, I was able to become close to more women than you could possibly fit into this room. This story is of no interest to me whatsoever. Bragging old man. This old man told me you're teaching me about the key to being a successful merchant, but you've been screwing around like this ever since last night. You're just messing with me. Yes. Oh yeah, purple lightning. Well, maybe it's just an off-brand of white lightning, and that's what she likes the most.
Nothing hits the spot quite like a cold beer.
She looks like she's having the time of her life.
How many pints has she downed already? It's not even noon.
Oh, you kids are still here? I'll just be hanging back and enjoying myself, so go on ahead and get started. Don't mind me.
We have questions for you, though. What's with these field study tasks?
I'm glad they're not as difficult as I was expecting, but they're just so...
Well, it makes sense you'd have some doubts. You only need to do the ones it says are required, though. Feel free to just ignore the rest if you want. I don't care. It's up to you how much or how little you want to do.
Stop being so irresponsible and...
Wait. These kinds of decisions are as much a part of our field study as the tasks themselves.
Oh, what?
What do you mean?
You have 2 days. Trista isn't far from here, so you'll be returning to the academy tomorrow evening. Until then, you can spend your time here however the four of you see fit. Every decision rests on your shoulders. I won't be forcing you to do a thing.
Okay, so what's up? You have this look in your eyes like you've pieced something together. Well, does this relate in some way to our free day this past week? Specifically to your activities during that time? Oh, yeah, now that you mention it. Exactly. I spent this past free day doing various tasks on behalf of the student council. And while one of them did involve going back into that old schoolhouse, the rest were just simple requests for assistance from the locals. In other words, exactly the sort of thing we've been asked to do here. By the time I'd taken care of everything, I felt like I'd learned a lot about Trista and the academy. So I think we've been given a similar task here for a similar reason. Now, it definitely makes sense. I mean, all I know about Celdic is what I've read. There's probably a lot we can learn by actually coming here and helping people out like this. Indeed, the land of Erebonia is quite vast. This may be an invaluable opportunity to gather local knowledge of a place we may otherwise never have visited. Yeah, exactly. So whatever various and sundry things Instructor Sarah may have planned for us, I say we just work our way down the list while immersing ourselves in Celtic culture, taking as much as we can. Sounds good to me. Count me in. This actually sounds pretty exciting when you put it that way. Should we depart then? During field study periods, the party is assigned a variety of tasks to complete, much like on Rean's free days. Details of these tasks can be confirmed via the quest tab on the notebook. When all tasks with a required mark can be completed, the story will advance. Note, however, that any quest listed with a short time limit will become invalid when this happens. Basically, they all got short, haven't they? Essentially, then. So what it means is essentially this one is on a short, right? Well, time to go to the church then, wherever that is. We just come from the Weathercock Inn. The Celdic Chapel is over there. We've got the Grand Market to check out. We may as well pick up the quest first of all and see what maybe this guy is after. Oh, the kitty looks so cute. I love this game having so many cats and like I haven't seen a single dog. Says he moved here from Heindler a while ago. Jake keeps bullying her though. Why can't I just get along?
Ah, sounds like a hidden quest.
Jake, where'd you put my notebook? I lent it to you so you could do your math homework, not so you could hide it. Come get it if you want it back. Ah, not again. I'm gonna get really angry if you don't give it back. Oh, flirting of children. I lent it to him because he said he'd finally do some studying and now he does this. How you even give me it back? Time to spend the day teasing Susie again. Oh, kids. 10 out of 10 has cats, yeah. I had my leg a bit while farming, so I came along to get some medicine. Father Sybil's medicine really does the trick. But it's because he praised Adios while making it.
All these, you know, church people and their drug knowledge.
Excuse me, are you Father Zerbal? That's correct. And you would be... Oh, I see. You must be the students who will be helping with my request. That's us. We came here from Thors Military Academy. I suspected as much. Thank you for taking the time to come and speak with me. I'd like to request that you collect the ingredients I need to make some medicine. Do you have the time to do this request for me? Of course I do. We're ready to help. Well, thanks. Can I ask what sort of medicine these ingredients will be used for? It's essentially medicine to deal with a common cold by strengthening the body's immune system. Many people tend to catch it during spring and fall when the temperature switches between hot and cold, you see. This is why I ended up running out in the first place. Ah, that makes sense. I had to rely on the church for medicine a bunch of times too. Definitely made my life easier. Agreed. We owe so much to the vast amount of medical knowledge the church possesses. We really do, especially since modern pharmaceutics still can't compare to it. How? Surely that would be part of it. You students really know your stuff. But getting back to the matter at hand, there are 2 ingredients I wanted to collect from me. The first is a medicinal plant known as a bear claw, which grows in humid areas. It's not common to find them growing in Celdic, but you can still get them at the Grand Market. There's a drugstore run by a man named Flint. Tell him that I sent you. I'll note that down. The other ingredient I need is imperial carrots. You can get these from a farmer named Paul who lives in a farmhouse on the West Celdic Highway. Again, simply tell him that I sent you and he should share some with you. Understood. That should be it then. Is there anything you'd like me to go over again? No, that's fine. Which one of our 2 destinations should we make our way to first? Doesn't seem like it'd matter. Yeah, I agree. We'll be off then, Father. I'll be awaiting your return. Quest for the common cold has been started. Now, where's the sisters? Hello. The Septian Church offers simple treatment to those who suffer from injury free of charge. It's in particularly high demand here in Celdic due to all the farms in the region. It's not unusual for farmers to get injured after all. It's almost part of the job description. Imagine it would be with all the hoes and digging and blades. Dangerous work. Hello, big strapping man. Hello there. Assume you're a tourist. The Grand Market's in the northern part of town if you're looking for that. There's a variety of goods on sale there, from food to jewellery, and even stuff from different parts of the continent. I recommend you give it a visit, even if you don't plan on buying anything. Or should I start that quest off too at this point? It's not going to send me anywhere after all, it's just going to send me towards the lamp. It's Celdic Station over here. Your shop? Hey there, you interested in buying the latest Imperial Chronicle? I'm telling you, you ought to buy it. Other papers can't compare to the Imperial Chronicle's 120-year history. If you don't, you're going to miss out on all the latest news and be left behind by society. Way to go for the hard sell. I see even the children here are skilled beyond their years. Well then, Missy, let's not lump me together with the rest of those kids. You can't come to Celdic without hearing about me, Chris the Newsboy. I'm always hanging around here, so feel free to stop by again if you ever need me. Okay, Chris the Newsboy. I've already got this issue. It's not even the latest issue. Get out of my sight. What's this over here? You are very fancy. Oh, are you all students? This happens to be our guardhouse. If you don't have any business here, take your leave. Stop right there. This guardhouse is under the jurisdiction of the Croatian Provincial Army. Entrance to the public is strictly prohibited. Please excuse us. Okay, you really meant it. Really, really meant it. Market manager's been out of town a lot recently. I wonder what's got him so busy. It's not ideal for him to be gone while the Grand Market's going on, to be honest. Right, which way's the Grand Market? Oh, I missed it. Left turn here. I don't really have money, but we can check it out. Gotta get the bear claws here, right? Wow, look at all the people here. Yeah, it really is bustling. I guess there's a reason people come from all over to visit. Look over there. There's even someone performing. I can see myself spending hours here. I see no harm in taking this opportunity to shop, as long as it's done in the process of completing our field study tasks. Yeah, it'd be a waste not to see what all this town has to offer. We'll just have to make sure not to get carried away. Hey, don't take the music away from me. I want that music more. Oh my, how wonderful! Tagging along with Father on this boring trip seems to be worth it after all. There's even jewelry and fur stores too. Just where should I spend some money first? Fur stores, what are you? So this is the renowned Grand Market of Celdic. It truly does live up to its status as one of Erebonia's most important events. Visiting such culturally important locations is but one of the pleasures I, as a noble, can experience. Is it now? What do you sell? Oh, that, welcome to my ceramics store. Can I interest you in this mug, perhaps? Its pretty floral pattern has made it rather popular. Wow, there's a pretty wide variety of stuff here. There are plates, vases, and even clocks. They all look really nice too. They're pretty small, so I bet they'd make great souvenirs. I'm glad you noticed that. Most people do in fact buy these items as souvenirs. The prices are fair too, so feel free to grab anything that catches your eye. I mean, would I even... Oh, okay. Prevents faint, prevents confuse. I would definitely buy that. If I had money. We're going to need to beat some monsters to do that. Huh, it's the first time I've heard of this. Oh, my apologies. I shouldn't be complaining, customers. Please take a look at my wares. The majority of my business is usually done over in Crossbell, so I even have some Eastern spices here. Oh, you're the guy... Oh! Gibson. Yeah, he's the guy that sends over those leaves. Crossbell's anniversary festival was held recently, so I came here feeling rather confident about after solid sales there. Soon to have forgotten just how tough the competition here can be. I'll have to put up the ante if I need to put a good profit here. Up the ante. Hello, you. Hey there. Sorry, but I'm still setting up shop here. I had a bit of an issue getting stuff sorted out, but it's cool. I've got this spot right by the entrance, so I'll be getting all the customers either way. Well, so you say. Here, you lot. You wouldn't happen to be from Thors, would you? That's correct. Yes, I knew it. My daughter started there this year, you see. Her name's Becky. She's a wee cheeky girl who's always thinking about Mira. Ah, Becky. Yes, I know who Becky is now you've called her a wee cheeky girl. Well, do try to get along with her if you have a spot in the academy. Will do. Good luck with your sales. I wonder what would be a good present for my wife. It's always hard to choose when there's so much available.
Wow, check out all these stalls.
Well, that's the stall I'm after. Welcome. Anything specific you're looking for? This must be the store that Father Zerbal mentioned. We're here on behalf of Father Zerbal, actually. He asked us to come in to collect a bear claw from you. Ah, is that so? Here you go, then. Receive the bear claw. Thank you, sir. I'm surprised at how thorny this is, though, considering it's a medicinal herb. Its resemblance to a bear's claw is where it gets its name from, after all. Unrelated, but my supply of them happens to come from Liberl. They were flown into Heimdall, where I had them sent along by train. Oh, really? Guess it just goes to show how much of a big deal this market is. Well, there really is a bunch of unusual stuff here. The market's popularity is well justified. Well then, shall we make our way to the farmhouse on the Western Highway next? Yeah, let's get this over with quickly. What do you sell, though? Welcome, welcome! Our goods largely consist of medicine ingredients and items with medicinal properties. They may not be all that useful to you, but you're more than welcome to have a look regardless. What do you sell? Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Sedative, cures confuse. Knock you out like a light, cures confuse. Oh, seems some nice 17 base crafts from Liberl here. They're somewhat different than the jewelry in the like made in Belehard. Belehard, even. Maybe I'll purchase some and pretend I took a leisure trip to LaBelle. Maybe you will. Welcome, welcome. We got plenty of goods straight from LaBelle here. All the latest in trendy LaBelle, crafts, and Orbital goods are right here, waiting for you to buy them. That's not all though. We've got acerbic tomatoes, which is spreading through Zemuria like wildfire. Oh yeah, the acerbic tomatoes. Oh! I think I'll come back for you. Action 25% prevents blind. Carnelia's here. Acerbic tomato too. I mean, we've already read all of Carnelia. Hello, Michi. Welcome, welcome. Can I interest you in this troubled-looking cat plush? It goes by the name of Michi, and it's the mascot for a theme park over in Crossbell. I met him and he's 8. You might want to purchase one now if you're interested. They're quite popular and are going quickly. So you can buy a sitting Michi, defense 5 speed +2, a Picard plush, HP, that's quite good, and a Kobold plush, evade +5%. We just don't have the money, guy.
Michi? I admit it has a certain charm.
Laura likes it. Hey, I'm tired of buying so much. I think I'll just sit, spell, and rest my feet. Ah, you're all students, perhaps? Ah, it's rather lively here, isn't it? Please feel free to take a look around. You can come back here to rest if you find yourself tucking out from all the walking for free, too. Hey, that's the guy playing the violin, then. The wind did blow across my face. It soothed my sorrow's warm embrace. I never heard a song like this before. It's kind of crap. I like it, though. The singer's rubbish. It sounds almost like an improvised ballad. La 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 la. Everyone's a great singer here. Well, hello. Are you interested in my music, perhaps? Sorry about that. I didn't mean to bother you. Worry not, for you seem to be someone who is smart upon my music, much like myself. We create beautiful melodies simply by walking. Our singing causes tears of joy, and we summon birds through mere whistles. I assume these experiences are common for you? I think that's a bit of a stretch. Oh, he's an odd one, to say the least. I'm guessing he's a travelling performer? They're all odd ones, these travelling performers. What a merry tune. Just hearing it makes me want to go on a little spending spree. Really? The power of music. Hello and welcome. The money from a lotus seems to match your image. The honey from a lotus seems to match your image. Yeah, sure. Honey's taste varies by the season and year. You'll never taste the same kind twice. Which means that as soon as you feel the urge to buy some, you should buy it right away. Essentially, we're just looking what we can't buy currently. Oh, we could buy honey. I'll buy 1 honey. Oh, yeah. Who are you? I'm a farmer, you see, so I'm here to sell my produce off to one of the merchants here. Guy's called Limon, and we've got a solid business relationship. Nice guy, always getting out freebies and stuff. Made plans to buy some rye from a merchant named Maurice. The price of rye is always prone to change at this time of the year, though. So here I am, gathering information to make sure I know what sort of deal I'll be getting. What else do I want to buy around this place? That store's being set up too. Welcome, welcome. We got jewelry straight from Belehard itself. Feast your eyes on these beauties. These were all made all over the winter. All made over the winter, yeah. You're not going to find anything else like them. I don't see where the time matters that they were made, but to be honest, prevent burn is not bad. Does it matter what time of the year you make attachments? You'll find a variety of spring-related goods around since we're currently on the spring market. I myself have high-quality lace-face fabrics, cashmere shawls, and all sorts of other things. They're a bit pricey, but don't worry, I won't charge you for window shopping.
Oh, the lace at that stall has a really pretty design.
They've got, like, voice lines for even that. I was spoken to you. Welcome. We got fresh ham, smoked meat, and sausages here, ready for you to try. Don't pass them on our new service either. If you're looking for a full course to take home, then we've got it right here. We'll even throw in a pack of beer, but only if you buy it now. That sounds like something Instructor Sarah would love. No kidding, I can see her spending all the money here. Let's just keep quiet about it. No, tell him. I ended up getting a free book while I was shopping earlier. I've already got too much to carry home as it is, though. Oh well, it's fine. You can have it. Red Moon Rose, Chapter 2. Such is the way of talking to everyone, isn't it? I think that is the last person we talked to in the entire market. It returns. Our vampire book stories are here for even more. Where's the actual store? Oh, the Oddvin's Arms and Orbital Factory is the store. If I go there, I'll start a quest. So,
Shall we end this session with a little bit of book reading now that we've got to Keldis? Let's see how much is in chapter 2. Get it out of the way so we're ready for next time. What'd you say? Of course it's not there. Book section, Red Moon Rose, chapter 2. 20 pages. You thought you were joking. Now for a 20-page book. It was 20 pages. Vampire Hunter, chapter 2. One bedtime story coming up. As the world blurred, he caught a fleeting glimpse of a geometric shape pass before his eyes. It was the sole of a boot moving at incredible speed. A bone-crushing thud. The woman was thrown aside, and Alphonse's field of vision filled with the night sky. Free from the woman's grasping fingers, he coughed furiously, sucking in as much fresh air as his tortured throat could manage. "Are you alright?" asked a clear voice beside him. The source of it was the second woman, who was certain had not been there moments ago. She wore a navy blue overcoat paired with a matching navy blue beret. Her ash blonde hair reached as far as her neck, and her features were dignified, though they still retained clear vestiges of childlike innocence. At a guess, she seemed to be roughly the same age as Alphonse himself. Still busy processing the recent events, Alphonse made no reply to her query. The woman watched him for some time before coolly stating, "You appear to be mostly uninjured at least. I'm glad to have arrived in time." Seemingly satisfied he would survive, she turned away and studied the crumpled form of the woman who had attacked him. "That," she said with a note to Stace, "is a ghoul. A thing a person becomes after their blood has been drained by a vampire." As she spoke, she kicked her left boot against the ground. A tap 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 seemed to punctuate each word. It appeared to be the boot that she had used to kick the woman ghoul away from him. As he followed the restless drumming of a boot, he suddenly thought, "Vampire? I have no issues with you idling about, but I would prefer it if you stood aside before doing so. You're in my way." Her words were sharp, but no sooner had she said them than a creaking sound filled the area. The ghoul, which had been motionless on the ground while they were talking, was now slowly rising. Its contorted body lifted from the cobblestones using only the power of its legs. It was a grotesque spectacle and utterly unnatural, and if the ghoul was bothered by the earlier blow, it showed no sign. Without warning, the ghoul suddenly kicked to the ground like a wild beast and propelled itself toward them. Alphonse jerked to his feet and leapt forward to shield the blonde woman. In the exact moment that the ghoul's nails reached Alphonse, the blonde woman behind him calmly put her hand in her overcoat pocket. In one smooth motion, she drew something out of it. It was a long, thin rapier. Its surface was a radiant silver, polished to a mirror-like shine that reflected the smouldering glow of the red moon. Without a moment's hesitation, she thrust the rapier forward. Its pointed end flew past his neck, piercing the ghoul's throat effortlessly. With an equally smooth motion, she withdrew the blade. The ghoul fell to the ground and didn't move again. The menacing aura it had been radiating, dissipating into nothing. Alphonse stood fixed to the spot, dumbfounded by what he had just witnessed. A small trickle of blood ran down his neck where the rapier had grazed it. "I do believe that I told you to stand aside. I suppose you must not have heard me." Sighing, she shook the ghoul's blood from her weapon before returning it to its scabbard. "After all, if you had heard me and acted that way regardless, I would be forced to conclude that you were most foolish indeed." Her blunt words and composed expression finally brought Alphonse back to his senses. I was just trying to keep you from getting hurt. But never mind that. What's going on here anyway? Who are you? And why was that woman trying to..." He'd intended to finish his sentence with the words, "eat me," but the possibility of what might have been was too terrifying to voice. What was clear to him was that the woman before him had saved his life and stabbed the ghoul to do so. Looking at Alphonse's confused expression as he wrestled with the situation, she gave a resigned sigh. "You appear to be a member of the military, I presume, then? That you were familiar with the so-called vampire murders?" "Yeah, of course." "Well then, if I was to tell you that those vampire murders really are the work of a vampire, would you believe me?" Alphonse gaped at her. "What?" Without answering, she turned away from him and walked over to the ghoul. Gently, she lifted it from the ground so Alphonse could get a good look at the face. What had been a terrifying creature just moments ago was now a woman again. Her expression was completely peaceful. It was hard to believe she was the same woman who had attacked him earlier. "Look closely here," the blonde woman instructed. She pointed at the corpse's neck, specifically at 2 red dots on its surface. They are completely consistent with the marks on all of the other victims of the vampire murders. "It certainly looks like a vampire bite, wouldn't you say?" She said this as if it were the most obvious thing in the world. Alphonse still looked puzzled, but she ignored him and continued. "Humans who die as a result of having their blood sucked by a vampire become ghouls, who then try to feast on other humans. This sword," she said, tapping the scabbard, "has been blessed by the church and is capable of putting them to rest." Her words brought the bizarre spectacle he had just witnessed back to the front of his mind. While he was interested in the church part of the statement, he had more pressing questions to ask. "You're seriously saying this was the work of a vampire? You really expect me to believe something so ridiculous?" "Whether you choose to believe it or not, it is the truth. A very unfortunate truth,
but the truth, nonetheless, she said in the same cool, disinteresting tone. Alphonse struggled with it. The truth, as she presented it, beggared belief, and yet everything she said added up and seemed consistent. It was equally hard to believe that everything else was a lie. He subconsciously touched his throat. The ache there only bolstered her position. He found himself willing to believe her. There's a vampire in the city, of that I am certain. And I, she continued, placing a hand on her chest, oh, like me, I'm here to put an end to it. A period of silence followed. Undeterred, the woman began to talk again. Still, this is not ordinarily a matter that laymen should be involved with, so I would recommend that you forgot all that you've seen and heard here. And I would prefer, she added with a meaningful glance, if you kept all of this to yourself as well. She turned to walk away. Wait, Alphonse called out to her. He swallowed, stood a little straighter. Will you allow me to help you? The blonde woman came to an abrupt halt. She turned her head to look at him. It was clear that his sudden question had caught her off guard. Slowly, she faced him completely. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting you to propose something quite that ludicrous. What can I possibly stand to gain by allowing you to help me? Her tone was as sharp as ever, but Alphonse was unfazed. Around 10 years ago, both of my parents were killed. They died the exact same way as the victims of the vampire murders. Shock showed through the woman's normally blank expression. Alphonse continued. I don't remember much about that day, but there's one thing that I can't forget. One thing I'll never be able to forget. As he spoke, the memory returned vividly to him. Roughly 10 years ago, Alphonse and his family lived in a village in a remote region of the Empire. His father was a member of the army serving in a unit stationed nearby, but it was an uneventful post, and they lived a quiet life. It was as normal and peaceful an existence as one could have until that fateful day when Alphonse returned from playing outside. It was then that he saw a sight that would be burned into his memories, his dreams, forever. There in his home, he found the corpses of his parents, laying in a room stained with blood. Their bodies had been drained, and their necks were marked by strange bites. The incident was so unpleasant and bizarre that even then, there were those that believed that it was the work of a vampire. The army conducted an investigation, but were unable to find any clues that would lead him to a suspect, and eventually the case was deemed unsolvable. Left with no living family, Alphonse was taken in by his father's best friend and fellow soldier in the army, Gerard, and ended up living in Heimdall. If what she was saying was true, and vampires really did exist, then maybe one was actually responsible for his parents' death. From the look on her face, it seems she too thought that could be the case. Alphonse shook his head, though it was more for himself. It doesn't really matter if it's the work of a vampire or not. I feel as though by solving this case, I'll finally be able to move on from what happened that day. That's why... Another long silence fell between them. The blonde woman seemed to be deep in thought, and Alphonse waited patiently for a reply. Eventually, she let out a short sigh. As part of the army, you have access to restricted information on the murders. Perhaps your assistance might allow me to find the vampire more quickly. She put her hand inside her coat and took out a short sword with the same silvery glow as the rapier she had used earlier. This will allow you to fight against ghouls and vampires. If you'll be cooperating with me, I expect you to protect yourself. Alphonse glanced at her face. Her expression clearly said that she wouldn't brook any nonsense. His resolve would need to be firm and unwavering, and he would need to be prepared to encounter more ghouls like the one from before. Furthermore, he would have to be ready to face the vampire that lurks in the city once and for all. With a resolute air, he accepted the sword from her. My name's Alphonse, but everyone just calls me Al. The blonde woman looked down at her now empty hand, and the corners of her lips quirked up slightly. She raised the edges of the skirt underneath her coat and gave him a respectful curtsy. My name is Rose. I imagine that our time together will be brief, but I look forward to working with you nonetheless. Rose? Church related? Does that mean that basically these, like, Carnelia Rose, they're all just code names? I do not know. I do not know. But that ends another chapter of Red Moon Rose. And ends our first session of Trails of Cold Steel, where we've got we've got a large bit of the introduction out of the way. Of course, the game is building up and setting its world. It looks so pretty as well to walk around in. And I'm just enamored by going around and talking to absolutely everyone. That's for sure. We've got the game started. We understand, like, the beat that it's going with now, where we can find, like, these books around the place, and I'll look for hidden quests and all that. I do have one question, though. Should I try to find a spoiler-free missables thing again, so I can get the Red Moon Rose books? Do you want me to keep reading you even more? Anyway, with that said and that done, we head on for the quests next time. Heading to Oddvins and then outwards to Monster Climates at the start of next episode. Start of next session. So I'll see you then. I hope you've enjoyed this first session. I hope you've enjoyed the episode.
Have a great time, guys. Bye-bye.